Bust all in there. Bust all over in there. Bust it all in there. Bust all over in there. Bust it. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust it in there.
What's the matter, Daddy?
Hungry for life, thirsty for distance.
Bust all in there. Bust all in there. Bust all in there.
In the party, he just went on wrong. Big boobs in the bus, they pump. 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 Big boobs in the bus, they pump.
What's the matter, Daddy?
Hungry for life, thirsty for distance. River.
Bust all in there.
Right son of a bitch. You piece of shit. You fucking goddamn fucker. Listen, fuckhead. You have fucking crossed the line. Get that through your goddamn fucking head. Stop pushing your shit.
Bust all in there. Bust. 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 Bust all in there.
Welcome to Player Talk Radio. DJ Kuda, the hottest DJ in the manosphere. Let's get it. DJ in the manosphere. Let's get it.
Shout outs to everybody in the building. What's going on is Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, right back at the helm of today's show. I am DJ Kuda. What's going on? Shout outs to my brother LT Man in the building. Shout outs to Black Wolf in the building, man. Good shit as always, brother. Good shit. Black Wolf raising the spirits, man. I'm telling you, man, Wolf, I don't think people gonna get it until about, I say 2030. You might be tired of it by then, but 2030, I think that's when Jersey music really about to hit. Because you know what? The BPMs, they're upbeat, but they're halftime. I don't know if the world ready for that just yet, man. Let's go. Shout outs to my real Jersey folk, man. Y'all know y'all shit, man. Shout outs to my brother EB in the place to be. Let's go. Chris G up in the building. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Shout outs to Shaka Nulu in the building. Yeah. All right, man. We in the building. Yeah, Wolf, man. It's gonna take them a minute though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think, it's always something different with the East Coast. This is the thing though, I can say. Jersey music is original, because I was telling people like around the time when and I hate it because when I reported that Pop Smoke got killed, I was like, damn, that was it for New York. that was it for New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke would have been his voice and the type of music. It would have just, maybe it saved a lot of lives. I hate to say it. It would have been a demonic comeback. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a demonic comeback. You know, just because his story and stuff like that. You know, it's a redemption story. You know, and you know niggas love redemption stories. But that shit was UK drill, you know, the BPMs and everything. That shit was UK drill. But listen, shout outs to everybody here. Give me 1 second. I'm still setting up the show. Shout outs to LT Man in the building. Please hit the like button on the way in. Please support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it.
Shoes. I go Cybertruck on these folk. Then I go get the money, you dig? Yeah. I go mishmash, yellow, white, and rose. I go race car, supercharger, you gon' hear me. I go new brand, new designer, you ain't seen. I go Michael Jackson off the wall, Billie Jean. I go extra hard when on the grind, I go Viagra. I go ape shit with the paper, bitch, I go bananas. I go Porsche today, that night I'ma go candy first. I go sloppy pockets, my bitch gon' go Louis purse. I go Michael Jackson coat with the spikes, I go Thriller. I go Dipset like Jim Jones when I go Fashion Killer. I go Fiji water with the ice, I go see Waffy. I go dirt bike when I pop it, I go Kawasaki. I go mishmash, yellow, white, and rose. I go race car, supercharger, you gon' hear me. I go new brand, new designer, you ain't seen. I go Michael Jackson off the wall, Billie Jean. I go mishmash, yellow, white, and rose. I go race car, supercharger, you gon' hear me. I go new brand, new designer, you ain't seen. I go Michael Jackson off the wall, Billie Jean. Pulling up, Tonka truck, Mickey T's, I'ma go white boy. Fly life, futuristic George Jetson, I'ma go Elroy. In the hood, kicking shit, in my Air Max, I go Bruce Lee. On my hip, Glock 4-0, bang, bang, I go Chief Keef. Gold teeth, every time a nigga smile, game spit. Every time a nigga speak, niggas hungry, I can hear they stomach growl. When I come around, niggas gon' eat. I'ma go Playboy Mansion mode, I'ma go Sachi Hugh Hefner Road. I go. I go mishmash, yellow, white, and rose. I go race car, supercharger, you gon' hear me. I go new brand, new designer, you ain't seen. I go Michael Jackson off the wall, Billie Jean. I go mishmash, yellow, white, and rose. I go race car, supercharger, you gon' hear me. I go new brand, new designer, you ain't seen. I go Michael Jackson off the wall, Billie Jean.
All right, we back. It's Player Talk Radio. Shout outs to Tampa Supreme in the building, man. Oh man, Tampa, I'm having a blast. You know, what you call it? I got I don't know. It's weird because I'm playing Tactics on my iPad, and then I'm playing Tactics also on my phone. So I gotta remember when I load up the game, I gotta remember, I'm like, dang, okay, I got my Rams are going in this direction, and I got my Rams are going in the other direction on the tablet. So I'm at the part right now where I'm about to get Cloud or Balthier from Final Fantasy 12. He's on War of the Lions. So that's the one that I'm playing. I would like to play the original because I didn't know in the original you can get Cloud, which is dope. But Cloud comes in underpowered, but he has his own job class, which is dope too. But I got my Ramza, I turned him him into a he got like dual wield, and he's actually pretty good. He like deals a lot of damage. Dual wield is dope because like you can when you get like further into ninja job class, you can like move around the board a little bit freely, and you can like do double hits like if you use attack, which is dope. And then I got a geomancer that turned into I turned him in, I think it's a him. I turned him into a summoner. So I think the last summon I learned was Golem, which is a little bit different on tactics. I think Golem is like a shield type thing. So it's a little bit different. And then I have what else I have? I got this new character that I gotta use. His name is Mustadio, and he's like a gunslinger type character, but he's good. Like he his attacks don't miss, so that's pretty good. He can shoot long range, but I think I might swap him out once I get Balthier, because I heard Balthier is like overpowered, and then I think I'm about to get another dude named Beowulf soon. So I'm like in that story where I'm like acquiring like a bunch of people and stuff. So I'm like just waiting to see what's going on, and then I end up I'm trying to figure out what part of the story I'm at on my phone. I gotta load it up and show you. But I'm at this point where I got this other gypsy woman, and I think her brother is on the next part of the story, but she does like these sky attacks and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna put her in Dragoon class. I think the Dragoon class suck. I think the Ninja class kind of sucks too, but then again, I like dual wield. So I don't know. I'm gonna turn somebody else in my party into a ninja, and I might turn Ramza into a samurai, and then Cloud, he'll probably be like a knight or something. I don't know. What type of build did you have? That game is so crazy. It can go in so many different directions, man. What's going on, Cynical? And then I got a red chocobo. So I've been using the red chocobo, which is dope. All right, let's get into the game. We got some stuff to go over. Look, this guy, this is funny. I want to check this out. This guy is cosplaying as Anton Daniels. I said I was gonna do something. Cosplay wise like this, but this is funny. Take a look at this, y'all. Low vibration people will pull you down. This is true.
Changing my bag chasers to sack grabbers, because y'all can come over here and grab my sack.
He said, I'm considering changing my bag chasers to sack grabbers because y'all can grab my sack.
This is doing software recording right now. I can't even tell what the hell's going on.
Oh, God.
I'm highly considering changing my bag chasers to sack grabbers, because y'all can come over here and grab my sack. Is this damn software even recording right now? I can't even tell what the hell's going on. All I know is I'm sick of shit of people messing with me on the internet. I'm about to come outside and make me a damn video. I'm sick of these motherfuckers talking about me. Detroit about to stand up. The minute I figure out how to work out this damn software, Mic Drop Barbecue, I'm coming for your ass. Keisha, Jazz Noel, House of Hypocrites, goddamn Freezy, I'm getting all you bitches. Detroit finna come through with the big D for all you bitches. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome to the barbecue. My name's Jeff and I'm your chef. I'm having issues with my camera. I just started using this camera this year. I've had it for about a year, but I haven't used it. I'm finding all these
his camera, every time he moves, his camera is focusing and refocusing.
New features on it, like face detection, and it's still got the pulsating. Like if I move like this, the camera moves. If I move like this, the camera moves. So I'm learning all these new things about these cameras. It's a feature, I just found it today. So I'm running new software, running a new camera. You're gonna see some hiccups.
Look at all these people, y'all, that are happy to have new equipment. And you had panel furniture try to tell me something on Soul Stream yesterday, nigga. Okay, shit.
In these videos, so just bear with me. Okay, now I've been getting a lot of people from Anton Daniels' channel on mine claiming that we're just a group of black men just gossiping, talking about another man. Well, that's what Anton Daniels does. I mean, you've been on his channel, you know what he does. He gossips, he talks about black men, he reviews content. It's what he does. Everything y'all complaining about is what we're doing. So giving y'all a taste of what Anton does kind of upset y'all because you thought he was the only one that can do it, maybe. I don't know. But in this next clip, I got him on his panel with another panelist, and guess what he was doing? Talking about a man, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why he does this.
That had nothing,
but the thing about
that had nothing to do with what was said on the show about me. What was said on the show about me was you trying to have emphasis on something negative about me. When you know me outside of the show, why would you even try to highlight that about me? Why would you throw me under the bus? And
you know the thing about it is that I never nobody tried to throw you under the bus.
You never once mentioned Tawana is this person. I know her. I know her character. You never once supported that. You never once.
Okay, so this is Anton, you know, talking with, you know, the messy women. Shout outs to Chicago Rilla and I see Lapeef Jr., Courtney Michelle, that's hilarious. And whoever else that's on there. This is what I'm saying, man. You know, definitely he was on these, you know, Gossip Girl channels and these salon channels and stuff, you know, and I'm not saying Lapeef Jr. was a salon channel. At one point it was. But I'm gonna say this, you know, the narrative that the content creators are trying to create is that, oh, it's okay to go in on Anton because, see, Anton is over here going in on other, you know, bro. Let me tell y'all something. As a black man or just a man in general in your life, it will behoove some of you guys to do your research on just high school politics, because that's what it boils back down to. Let me tell you something. Half the shit is remembering what was told to you when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? When you was a kid or when you was young. Half the shit of your adult life is remembering shit that was told to you when you was a kid, when you was young. But you got to view it now through an adult lens. You know, it's a real reflection process. If you look at the process of life, right? You know what they say? They said you're a child twice, but an adult once. Think about what I just said. You're a child twice, but an adult once. When you get to a certain age, you in your lifetime, you will wear a diaper twice. It depends. Let me stop. You know, you're a child twice, and then you're an adult once. And it is very true. You know what I'm saying? But all of this stuff, y'all, is nothing but, you know what I'm saying? It's all nothing but, you know, high school politics. And it's goofy. You know, some goofy shit. But let's go.
Anything about me. And when you're on the show, you talk about my man, my husband, all the time. You call him names. I've never once said anything about you.
I think he a baby.
Tawana got bigger. Go look at Tawana now. She done got bigger.
Once.
Now, this video is from about 4 years ago off the Lapeef network. See, Anton always talking smack about the panelists. And usually it's a woman that he's talking smack about. He don't talk smack about the men. But this panelist is a woman, and he talks smack about her husband. This is what Anton likes to do. He was trying to gaslight her at first, but she caught on to it and was like, no. Not only you talk smack about me, but you also talk smack about my husband. And what did Anton say? Oh, because I think he a beta. So for all of y'all complaining about...
So this is in the middle of the arc where Anton Daniels was getting red pilled. So I'm going to give y'all a quick timeline of when Anton got into space. You know, he was, you know, pandering. He was pandering, and then we told him or somebody alerted him or something, like what happens to every other dude in this space that, chooses the women's side over men in the manosphere, especially if they're trying to be in the manosphere, that eventually the women will turn against you. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just the women will turn against you. And you have to pass a bunch of bridge out, stop signs. Hey, don't go there. Do not trespass. You got to pass that knowingly, and then eventually something will happen. So all we do is just wait. Like I said, don't come out in the wash, the rinse will catch. And the women end up turning on them. And, and the funny thing is that they turn on them faster, especially with the new cats coming in. They turn on them faster because guess what? The women weren't of the space, See, a lot of the women that were in the space at the time, we give guys a grace period, and we gave them a time that the women will turn on them because guess what? The women knew how to play the game a little bit before they pivoted. These women, they don't care. They're not even of the space. They're trying to get educated also, but they're trying to pick their spots too. So this is how Anton somewhat became, tough skinned. And then it kind of really worked out, in a more savage way in his favor because he was trying to do business with these women while having a wife. That's a little bit different, I mean, I would think that if you're in a marriage to really, I'm not even necessarily say get around women, but to get around women, you would have to put something in the name of business, if that makes sense. Oh, well, we're working on a show, or oh, well, we're doing this, or oh, well, we're doing that, or oh, well, we're doing this, or oh, well, we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? So usually, people will do stuff in the name of business, but hey, let's get it, man. Shout outs to everybody in the building. The show's just beginning. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go.
Us talking smack about Anton. Anton's been doing this for years. Y'all are getting a taste of his medicine and you don't like it.
That ain't changed. I didn't change that when we was on the phone. Yo, my wife checked you straight up in the comments. Real talk.
Check me. Your wife can't check me.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. That's exactly what she did. But the point is that.
Well, see, and that's some good information because now his wife had to check some of these women, which is gonna happen at some point. Your wife not gonna like how some of these women talking to you. Oh, she's not a good female friend. Why is she talking to you like that? Whoop de whoop, blah blah blah. Don't let this place ruin your marriage, because it will.
The point is,
and for all you people talking about how in comments I'm speaking to people and I'm talking back to people in comments. Look at Anton bragging about how his wife checks people in comments. Oh, she check you, she this, she that. See, I don't even check people in comments. I just go back and forth with y'all. I don't even have to do that. I could just let you comment and not say a word. But yet people want to say, oh, well, you so sensitive, you respond in the comments. People don't respond to comments. That means they're sensitive. Rita, she responds to comments. Anton responds to comments. And look at how y'all acting towards them. Oh, they're gods. This is what they do. We respond to comments. Are we sensitive all of a sudden? I respond to comments for the engagement. If you're speaking, either somebody else can respond or I can respond. It's a free world. If you don't want me to respond, then don't leave a comment on my channel.
That the same way I am offline was the exact same way I am on the show. And I don't switch up for nobody. Not one person.
You a
That's right.
you a
Yo. I was in Chicago. No, bring him back. He a beta. He's still a beta.
Now that part was funny to me. See, the guy got online and called Anton a bitch to his face. He did the same thing Corey Holcomb did, except Corey did it like in person. Anton likes to talk. He loves to run his mouth. He's talking about, oh, I was in Chicago, I was this and I was that. Guaranteed you didn't walk up to that man's face and say, bro, you ain't nothing but a beta. Guarantee you didn't say that. Guarantee you sat there, you did the Anton Daniels, little tucking your tail, talking about money, talking about bag chasing. You never walked up to that dude and said, hey, bro, you a beta. Guaranteed you didn't say that. Because he talks a lot of smoke when he's got cameras around, when he's got microphones around, when he's got lighting setups around. He talks a lot of smoke. But when somebody bring him that smoke in person, what he do? He get up and walk outside. Man, Anton don't want no smoke with nobody. He all talk, man. And I'm not trying to say that so black men go out and fight black men. I'm just saying, stop acting like you hard. Stop acting like you tough when everybody know you a cream puff, bro. You talk smack up about women all the time. The only time you talk about men is online. But yet when we talk about you online, oh, we're haters. We're this, we're that. The reason why Anton talks about all of these women's men's online, because Anton wants to seem like he's the king. He's upset that these women chose those men to be with. Anton's not chosen. He has to pay for pussy.
All right, now let me say this. Like I said, I'm not, speculating Anton's situation from what I've observed, and I know a lot, and I'm very good at reading people. Like I said, Anton, he got with the starter chick, and there's nothing wrong with getting with the starter chick, fellas. I don't know why, see, people have to deprogram you guys from thinking that you want all this coochie. I think millennial, and I will say gullible Gen Xers, because Gen Xers, y'all are like cats. Y'all had 9 lives, 15. But I don't fault you if you were a Gen Xer and you're gullible, because there's so many eras that we've been through. It's ridiculous, I think out of all of the generations, Gen X got some ridiculous shit going on. Same thing with aware millennials, you know what I'm saying? And I would say you've been inundated with so much sex and booty shaking and just variations and stuff like that between the TV, between the radio, between the phone, between posters, concerts, banners, and just all the money getting poured into, these industries and stuff like that. Internet's taking on a whole different micro industry, a bunch of micro industries coming together. You have this need to have all of this sex and girls and blah blah blah. What's going on, Insane One? Good to see you, player. I'm here on my job, man. Good to see you as always, man. Shout outs to Insane One. Thank you too, man. I wanna say I appreciate you, bro, because you understand me, and the level of information that I'm putting out. So you see me go through the fire. Same thing with New, Chris G and everybody. So what I'm saying is, these guys are like, oh, well, why would I settle at the starter chick? And I'm telling y'all, man, the starter chick ain't bad. Nowadays, I hate to say it, there's so much women you can date that the pickings is slim. I've always looked at it like this, right? Not having options can corrupt somebody. Not having options can absolutely corrupt somebody. But having too much not having options can corrupt somebody, but having too much options can absolutely corrupt somebody. Either way it goes, it can collapse. You know what I'm saying? And I would say not having options is actually better, because at least you would somewhat have more control. When you have too much options and you're forced to make a decision, knowing damn well you're going to make the wrong decision, there's no control there. Real talk. So what I'm saying is that what's wrong with getting with the starter chick? The starter chick, guys marry them, you know, y'all ride off into the sunset. But see, once that's sorted out, the internet has this tempting, this tempting thing, not just for you, but for you and your girl. But if your girl's a true starter chick, she gonna stick by you. All internet aside, real talk. All internet aside. So Anton, he's looking to play the field again, and it's like, bro, don't play the field. Remember back in the day where he was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a Lamborghini and blah blah blah. He's talking about he probably gonna be back out here, and I was like, bro, Anton, you've been with your wife for a long time. Stay where you at, bro. Ain't nothing out here in these streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing out here in these streets. And I'm the only content creator that y'all hear talk to you and tell you, don't leave love to go look for love. When you have a starter chick, you already have what you need at home. Why try to go out and create it with somebody else? And it's the aura of something new, It's the aura and the allure of getting something new. But that shit ain't always worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's like trading in a vintage, let's say 1980s jacket that you've held on for the longest time. That's the real deal, the real McCoy, for a brand new retro version of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? From Urban Outfitters, made with disintegrating material, less care, and a machine made it. That too new, that's some black pill shit right there. That too, sometimes love ain't love, and like I said, what Sugar Free said, sometimes love is two people feeling sorry for each other. Sometimes love can grow into that. But if you've been with somebody for a long time and you feel as if you guys are one-bodied and it's working out, don't fix something that ain't broke. And this is one of the trials and tribulations of success and getting rich. You know what I'm saying? What's the shout outs to LT Man. I know LT Man knows this verse in the Bible. What's a man to gain the world and lose his soul, or something like that? What's a man to gain the world and lose his soul? He's kind of at that tipping point, or he's been teetering on that type of tipping point. What's the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Shout outs to Ebo Sosa, man, on the last show. Shout outs to JR and everybody that supports the show. Shout outs to War Master. Shout outs to all the Player Talk alumni getting it in. Happy Tuesday. So what I'm saying is, it's Tuesday. It was Monday for y'all, Tuesday for me. But what I'm saying is, what's a man to gain the world and lose his soul in the process? Love's gonna get you. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, man. I was very blessed to have my flavor, and I thank God truly, because a lot of men have never been blessed to have their flavor. And what I mean by their flavored is, what I mean by one body new is, you have a family, there's a lot of power that men feel when he has his lady, his family, his business and everything together. It's like one body. It's like, it's like his own world that he has dominion over. He's the God in that world. If he's appreciated, if his woman says, I love you, if he can go to his woman and she says, I love you, if he can go to his kids and his kids show him nothing but love, if he can go to work and everything is going well and business is good and paper is good, and he can really sit back and he can't complain. You know, he feels a sense of comfort of being at the epitome of life, and not necessarily just life, his life, and that's okay. But you don't want that monkey on the back to you know. That's the thing about men. Men were builders, and we have the power to build, and we have the power to destroy, or the power to corrupt. And it's like, bro, I spent so long protecting this shit. At the same time, I could destroy all of this shit tomorrow just by one misstep. You know? And any married man will tell you. You know, talk to a man that's ever built some shit. You know, any married man will tell you, like, bro, even if he's still a work in progress to a certain degree, that doesn't negate the fact that he's built some shit in his life. You know? But the thing about it is that, you know, how we feel about the things that we build, we you know, our feelings change about it. You know? So a caveat to go ahead with, man, is that, we build, and then, we refine, or we upgrade, or we do something a little bit different, even right now, and it's funny because I got this book in my hand, and this book has been with me for a long time. The Undiscovered Self by Carl Jung, a passionate plea for individual integrity. The Undiscovered Self, and it has a picture of Carl Jung on the front, smoking a pipe, and it says, one of the greatest psychiatrists, reveals how to embrace our own humanity and resist the pressures of an ever-changing world. In this challenging, provocative work, Carl Jung, one of history's most greatest minds, argues civilization's futures depend on the ability as individuals resist the collective forces of society by gaining awareness and understanding of one's unconscious mind, and true inner nature. The undiscovered self. Can we as individuals require the self-knowledge and anti-theatical individualism, fanaticism, but requires, my bad, this book is old, so some of these words are like blotted out. But basically he's saying that we face our fear as the duality of the human psyche and the existence of good and the capacity of evil in every individual. In this it says, in this seminal book, Carl Jung compellingly argues that only then can we begin to cope with the dangers posed by mass society and the sum total of individuals, and resist the potential threats posed by those in power. Now, this is one of those books that you got to read. It's called The Undiscovered Self. It's a pretty good book. It's a little small book. Take it with you to work. Read it. Really great book. If you guys ever get the chance to come across it. But basically he's talking about, manhood, moving into the future. What is in store for the future man. And you can see with society and everything how society tries to dumb down manhood. Every day, just participating, you are opting into tests that is trying to dumb down your manhood. So individually, it's best that we keep it, intact. What's going on, Wall Street? Shout outs to Wall Street, Wall Street Willie. Good to see you, man. You said you have to master equality, me first, without all of that, for sure. But listen, no matter how much you try to help another man, another woman respectfully, even though a lot of, true men will look at that as like, oh, that's not a true man and blah, blah, blah. But listen, it don't matter how you get there. The point is to get there. Another woman, is a man's, the woman is ultimately, in a lot of cases, I hate to say it, a man's muse. But we'll get into it a little bit later on today's show. Y'all hit the like button, hit the Cash App, support the show. There's something about, the and maybe I gotta change the name. Shout outs to Rom Wills. There's something about the starter chick that resonates with the man so much that it's like when he does get the world, it's like, damn, does he? And sometimes, look, when you do get the world and the money and the things that come with it, that you're, you earned or deserved, is gonna test your connection with the woman that was there with you when you didn't have it. If a woman was with you when you didn't have it, But one thing's for sure, when you do get your hands on some paper, when you do start touching paper, hopefully you have a family that can humble you and everything's all well. Because sometimes it's another trap too to touch paper while you're single, and you got to go through this gauntlet of being the fake you. You know what I'm saying? This is what a lot of celebrities go through, when they get money. You know what I'm saying? If you even look at some of the musicians, go let 50 Cent now talk to the 50 Cent back then. That would be an interesting conversation, especially if it's about success and money. And it's funny, speaking of 50 Cent, which is hilarious, he was talking about, what mean the world to you? That's one of my favorite songs by Cam. 50 was talking about, he was talking to Rick Ross not too long ago, when it seemed like they were kind of making amends, right? 50 was asking Rick Ross, why are you cutting the grass, for your mansion and stuff like that? Because, Rick Ross bought a bunch of, because Rick Ross got a lot of cars, and he bought like a John Deere, the big boy John Deere, lawnmowers and stuff, those lawnmowers that you ride on and stuff. And he was doing his own landscaping. And, when you get a mansion, you pay somebody to do that. When you get a mansion, that shit, it costs a lot of money. And it was an interesting back and forth because, if y'all don't know, what's going on, D Natty? Give me 1 second, player. I'm going to read your comment. Give me 1 second. 50, he bought Mike Tyson's mansion, which was like a crazy ass mansion. And I don't remember. I got to go back and look it up. But I think Mike Tyson, he tricked it out. I think Mike Tyson was the one that customized it and stuff like that. But y'all remember when 50 blew up, he bought Mike Tyson's mansion. And he used to take a helicopter back and forth to Mike Tyson's mansion. And because it had a helipad, this is how I'm telling you so much unnecessary shit. And it's like, even look at it, men go through a phase where it's like you have so much stuff. And then in the end, 50 sold that mansion. He's okay with a nice little tricked out condominium somewhere in New York and little spots and stuff. The mansion was a drain on his pockets, half the mansion is turned on, half the mansion is turned off, to heat and cool it and run the lights in it, all the electronics and things that, the features and pools and all this stupid shit that you got to think about. So much stuff you got to think about that comes with these things. And you don't even really get a chance to enjoy them. So even men in their supreme state, they go back minimalism. They go back to being minimalist. You look at Bill Gates and Jay-Z and stuff like that. I know y'all have heard, oh, you know, quiet money don't have to wear all those chains and act out like that and hip-hop-ish and stuff like that. They don't have to act out like that, you know. Jay-Z will wear like, you know, some, you know, sweatpants, sweatshirt, but maybe like a ring, you know, because he married in like a royal oak, you know, two-tone Rolex or something like that. You know, quiet money. You know, and then you see the quiet money beside the artists that got all these chains on their neck because they got something to prove and stuff like that. It's the same thing with, like, you know, masculinity, you know. So I just want y'all to keep, you know, a higher supreme level of thinking in your mind when you're observing stuff like this. I know you guys got a lot going on in your life. You don't get to look at stuff like this, but that's kind of how I look at it, you know. And I got, you know, I talk about this, you know, in detail and deep thought in my books, you know. So definitely pick up a copy and check it out. It's Player Talk. Let's get back into this. So shout outs to this brother. I don't got nothing to say about, you know, Mike Drop Barbecue, but okay.
See, all these women are freely with their men. Their men take care of them. They chose to be with those men. Anton even asked Mika on the damn live stream, if we had met sooner, would we be in a relationship? She said no.
Leaving love to look for love. And she's supposed to say no, because she married.
Even with all your money sitting here talking to me, no, doubt it. Anton is so jealous of all the women on his panel who have men because those men chose those women chose those men. There was no money spent. Anton's got to spend money to get attention, and I think that burns his ass.
All right, shout outs to D Natty. Let me get to your comment. D Natty said you should talk about Dak Prescott situation. It just happened and goes with what you're talking about right now. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me go look up the Dak Prescott situation. If you have a link, let me know. You know, shout outs to everybody here. Please hit the like button. Please support the show. Hit the Cash App. Let's get it.
Baby.
You still a beta.
Yo, and see, and it makes no sense for Anton to go fighting another dude over some woman he ain't gonna win. The boundaries of your marriage should keep you intact. Like, why the hell am I gonna fight somebody else's husband? I don't win his wife. I don't win his bitch. Shit. But let's go.
You still a beta.
This is the reason. You ain't.
We just having conversations. Hey, we just having conversation. Chris, we just having conversation.
I was just in Chicago.
Hey, we just having conversation. We just having. Let's just have conversations, y'all.
Sure?
Let's just have conversations.
Hey.
You better control. You better control him.
Hey, we just having conversations.
Don't mute me, JR.
Don't
mute me, because you know what's real.
We just having conversations. Let's just have a conversation.
You know what's real though?
We don't have to involve anybody else in it. Let's just have a conversation.
Hold on, JR.
Hey,
hold on, JR.
Anton. Tawana. Let's just have a conversation.
Let's be real.
Let's just have a conversation.
Oh shit. Dak Prescott is a twin? That got a special place in my heart for twins. Like, it's sad when, you know, a twin passes away, because you can't tell that twin, the other side of that twin. Half of you probably feels dead. Give me 1 second real quick. We're gonna get back to this real quick. You even got the young bulls chiming in on it. Hold on, let's take a look at it.
She gives you one piece of resistance about signing the prenup, or she just starts crying. You don't really love me, then. If you want me to sign a prenup, that means you don't really love me. You don't want to really take care of me. She starts crying, and you like, all right, you don't got to worry about the prenup. I trust you. She over here snickering.
No, you're gonna have to worry about the prenup. You're gonna have to. All right. A lot of times, like I said, in relationships, the best quality you can have is problem solving skills. So if y'all get into an argument or a disagreement or something like that, you know how to, or you can steer the conversation into a way where you like, okay, listen, you got what you think is right. I got what I think is right. And you don't have to bring God into it, but you can be like, okay, listen, let's talk about what actually is right. You don't mix business with pleasure. So we got to leave love out of this. We got to do business, and then we can get back to love. Okay? You don't leave that in the hands of no damn therapist. You don't leave that in the hands of no damn, you know what I'm saying? You don't leave that in the hands of somebody else but yourself. Men, listen to me. So you got to be like, yo, hey, look, I got my shit going on. You got your shit going on, or whatever. You got my business, or yeah. And then that's another thing too, New. Yeah, them prenups. I've seen well ironclad prenups get thrown out. I've seen ironclad prenups get, like, I'm talking about Trump type, bulletproof, undeniable prenups. So good it gets thrown out. That's fucked up.
Side of her soul.
So you gotta make sure hey, listen, no, I need to make sure I'm all right if this goes south. And whatever she wants, if you want to agree to it, you can break her off and put that in the prenup. But nah, prenup got to get signed. And this is why I say other people, the younger class, they're playing around with love, because the thing is that you're not going 50-50. Dak Prescott, right now, he's going 50-50. Iman Shumpert, Tiana Taylor, right now, they went 50-50. If you have a kid, 50-50. These podcasters that have been stealing our talking points and repeating our talking points is lying to you. The real 50-50 celebrities go 50-50. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's get it. Let's get it, bro. W's in the chat already. Y'all got to put a W already for homie Dak Prescott right here. I don't care if you don't like the Cowboys at all. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'll be real with you. I just like to see a brother make a smart move. I just like to see a brother come up. I like to see a brother thinking logically as opposed to thinking, very, very recklessly. There's a lot of people out here thinking recklessly. So let's get into this, man. I'm gonna basically break down what the heck is going on. This is paramount right here. Every man needs to start understanding, if she is not about the prenup, it's a wrap. It's a wrap if she's not about the prenup. So, which is crazy. Yeah, we really got to break this down, because I got comments here. Some of the women in the comment section saying some BS, because they want you to fall for this. Oh, if he's trying to get you to sign a prenup, then that's a problem already. Listen, if she ain't trying to sign a prenup off of the hard work that you put in and built upon yourself and your career, your success, and the foundation and the principles you deem as important as a man, leave her by the wayside. Chuck them deuces, and keep that shit pushing.
But the gaslighting game that they play with you around this time, because both of y'all have a lot of pressure on you, because really, I don't know. It's this weird pressure when you get into a marriage. People are like, oh, you're giving something up. You're giving something up. You're, something in you is dying. You're giving something up. And it's like, bruh. They take advantage of that, fellas. They take advantage of that. They absolutely take advantage of that. And then guess what? You sit up there and fuck up on the prenup. Sign your life away. Don't do it. If that's the circumstances that person that you love will put you into, don't do it. Because usually the one that you will take a bullet for is the one behind the gun. Let's get it.
Keep it pushing, bro. It's the next one is on the way. Put that in the chat too. Fuck you mean? Let's dive in, bro. What you mean? Dak Prescott and fiance reportedly call off wedding over massive prenup standoff. Little backstory. This man, Dak Prescott, secured the ultimate bag, $240 million NFL contract. Fuck you talking about? You think you thought he wasn't gonna sign a prenup? What's going on? What is going on with some of you hoes out here, bro? And I don't mean to disrespect homie fiance. I mean all across the board. The women that feel like a prenup isn't necessary. It's the same thing as if, she's having a child by you. Get the DNA test. Swab that motherfucker. Yes, make it happen. It needs to be a prereq. That needs to go hand in hand with it.
I mean, it's mandatory. That should be mandatory. What's going on, Tackrell? Yeah, I mean, he is young. He is kind of giggly and goofy. He still got life left in him. These hoes haven't sucked the life out of him yet. He a little giggly dude. These hoes haven't sucked the life out of him yet. They haven't sucked the life out of him yet.
That needs to go hand in hand with it. These women are looking at men as meal tickets. Golden Willy Wonka tickets, bro. I got the golden ticket. That's what these hoes be singing when they come upon a rich simp. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important for you to really understand why these women are.
And let me tell y'all something too. Respectfully, it can stunt your growth. Because really, to tell you the truth, unless you've grown and you got a little bit of experience, fellas, there really is no, because it's a concentration, especially the ones that are actually doing good and making it. There really is no difference between the young athlete and the older athlete. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, when you're going to be like a wife or an honest girlfriend to a guy like that, it is a job. It is a job to these hoes, to these hoes. Look at what's the dude that his girl giving him hell right now with that baby, Travis Hunter. And that's the thing with like these younger women. They want you to chase them, because chasing them signifies that you love them. Let's get it, man. It's a lot of stuff to unpack. It's Player Talk Radio, man. Y'all hit the like button and support the show. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. Let's go.
Dealing with you, like, men, are they talking to you because you're such an awesome person? They feel like you're a genuine man, a strong leader, a man they could look up to, and follow his lead, and want to genuinely be there for who he is? Or is it because you spending the ticket, and a lot of guys will feel like, well, yeah, we got to make sure that makes sense, MJ. It's natural, but most guys don't understand, right? Because when you busting nuts with a chick and you was doing all this, you start to forget. You like, oh snap, yeah, she really loved me. No, she loves the money you spend on her. Okay, let's keep this in mind. Continuing on.
Damn, she didn't even have all that. Well, some of them, I mean, you never know. Some people, they got this feature, Chris G, that they turn on where they will read your message and you won't know. So hey.
Okay, so $240 million contract with the
either way, message stay on sent.
Cowboys quarterback. Okay, his fiance Sarah Ramos. They were supposed to be celebrating a wedding next month. So it's March currently. They planned the wedding for April. All right. He killed that. He said, fuck all that shit. Now, as to what event transpired, she had a bachelorette party. Dak paid for everything. I mean, he got the bag. He gonna pay for I guess he got all her girls out there for a bachelorette party. We got to stop right here because apparently whatever took place on this yacht bachelorette party, whatever took place caused him to want to, we pulling out the game. Because you're not signing a prenup. He been pressing the prenup. You know, he took that shotgun saying, and he quarterback. He already know what I mean by that. Take a shotgun stance. Okay. Take a step motherfucking back, bro. This is not only do you play football for real, you better be playing Madden with your motherfucking life and your motherfucking bag. Don't play games with that. So he's trying to observe the playing field. Okay, well, let me just, she rejected it. Oh, I don't want to sign a prenup. They come up with some dumbass excuse. I don't know why some men believe their excuse. Oh, well, if you genuinely love me, and then let me give you some pussy so you forget about this conversation and just marry me. No, it's not good enough. Men, there are a lot of women out here that'll really like you for you, and they don't mind signing the prenup. Okay, let's keep it that way. I digress. Anyways. So he's been.
But this is the thing, though. A woman that will put you in that position doesn't love you. And she knows that if you say yes to those demands, you going into something off of a false pretense. Like, listen, marrying a woman shouldn't feel like you're doing a deal with Satan, man. Yeah, you playing all Madden. And the thing is that, marrying a woman shouldn't feel like you're doing a deal with Satan, for sure. It's like, bruh. You shouldn't be feeling like you're doing a deal with no goddamn Satan, bro. It's just the problem with people is that people don't want to feel like they spent a long time making a mistake. And that's some real shit.
Been trying to get her to sign this prenup for months, apparently. Tension building up. And then the final moment was the bachelorette party on this yacht, right? Listen, first and foremost, guys, we need to get into this habit. If any woman that you are encountering and she's like really pressing forward on the bachelorette party, she's more so excited about what she's gonna do prior to the wedding, up to the wedding, and just all the attention of it. So she's more so planning the bachelorette. You get on one knee or some shit, which ain't happening. Listen, the marriage is a whole nother conversation we got to talk about, because I just believe that we just gonna be having forever girlfriends and they gonna have to be cool with that. We ain't even gotta worry about a prenup or any of that other shit. I digress again. If they are trying to even just propose the bachelorette party, like that's the first thing on their mind. Oh, I gotta figure out where me and my girl's gonna go for my bachelorette party. Understand this, gentlemen. What goes down at so-called bachelorette parties? Do y'all know how many bachelorette parties I've been involved with, just not even trying to? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even funny. It's not even funny. These women go out here and they're purposely trying to be the last best hoe they can be for this last night. And it's allegedly because they might chill out on being a hoe for a little minute after this particular night of their bachelorette party, but it typically circles back around. right? It typically circles back around. The whole facts will explain.
All right, now you know this nigga is green. Respectfully. Nigga, the night that they will be the biggest hoe on the planet is on their bachelorette party. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? The night that they will be the biggest hoe on planet Earth is on their bachelorette party. That and Halloween and shit. It's not even that. Y'all have no earthly idea. Women will be a whole hoe that whole week. You thinking, oh, well, it's just a day. It's just a day. No, nigga, it's a whole week, a month. Endless mimosas. And see, when I was around this guy's age, I learned that, damn, you know, marriage ain't even a thing, you know? New said it's never a phase. There's some truth to that, and there's some not so truth to that, but there's a lot of truth to that, New. There is, you know? I remember I did a show when we was laughing, and it was around the same time in Thailand. It was like, you know, somebody was like, yeah, your girl gonna be a hoe. You just got to stay with her long enough and beg her to stop, which is funny as hell. Begging your girl to stop being a hoe is crazy. You know, that's crazy work, but let's go. Let's start there.
To you that once a hoe, always a hoe. Once for the streets, always for the streets. If she has hoe tendencies, they will follow through. They will circle back again. You must protect yourself as a man. All right. I've been out and just been around bachelorette parties with just a whole clique of women, and they're over here like, hey, listen, my girl, my best friend, she's the bridesmaid and shit, guys. Her best friend. She might have made her the bridesmaid over her own motherfucking sister. This chick pulling up on me talking about some, yo, listen, she about to get married, so she needs some good dick before she get married to this guy. They don't care, bro. What do y'all think is going on in bachelorette parties? There should not be a bachelorette party. That shouldn't even exist. That shouldn't be a thing. How do you celebrate debauchery? Right? Because that's what they plan on doing when these women are talking about bachelorette parties. They plan on taking dicks to the damn noggin. Nigga, what the fuck you think is gonna go on? You think she just finna play tic-tac-toe with her bitches and shit? That's not what's going on, bro. They're going out there to serve up some damn nut either on their damn forehead or some other shit. They trying to babysit some kids. This is the last kids I'm babysitting. And then it'll only be his. Bro, they don't give a damn. I've literally been in bed with a chick. Oh yeah, I thought she was the bridesmaid. Come to find out she was actually the one getting married. And I was like, oh shit, now I feel bad, right? The bitch got me feeling bad, but karma's on that hoe because I didn't know. That's what they're into for these bachelorette parties. I don't know why guys participate in this. Typically, here's what happens. She tries to coerce you into doing that. And speaking of coercion, speaking of stupid shit women say, check this out. Look at this shit. Bro, look at this. This is one of the comments.
That's not a real man because it shows. Hold on. Well, I'll let him read it.
Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous, bro. I gotta really adjust this. I want to make sure y'all can see it. All right, let's read this shit together. That's not a real man. This is a chick responding to him calling off the wedding, right?
And why are you listening to women about a decision that you have to make as a man? Why are you listening to women about a decision that you have to make as a man? Of course she gonna be on them whole sides and shit like that. She rooting for some random woman she don't know. Let's go.
It's not a real man because it shows he has reservations.
Oh yeah, Bobby Rez, of course. You already know, man.
Which reminds her why she never truly feels, well, okay, this bitch is also stupid, but we already knew that.
This is why now the kid is the marriage. Children have been the marriage for the longest time. The kid is the marriage.
She both. Why she would never truly feel safe with and without him. Okay, this hoe is definitely stupid. He's definitely not a leader, but a cuck to the system. What? If he was being a cuck to the system, he would have fell hook, line, and sinker for that. Oh, yeah, we'll just get married. Don't worry about the prenup. She gives you one piece of resistance about signing the prenup, or she just starts crying. You don't really love me, then. If you want me to sign a prenup, that means you don't really love me. You don't want to really take care of me. She starts crying, and you like, all right, you don't got to worry about the prenup. I trust you. She over here snickering inside of her soul, right? Because now she got you. Congratulations, Dak. You're not a cook to the system. This ensures that you're actually a true leader because, yo, you're not falling victim for these plays these women try to, bro, they're trying to play men. They straight up trying to play men, bro. I don't think y'all understand. Like, it's a cash grab. They just looking to get funded for their life, bro. They don't really care. These hoes is wild out here, bro. These hoes is wild. Why are you speaking against marriage, MJ? Marriage is a beautiful thing. And women initiate over 70% of divorces. And it could just be a Wednesday where her eggs didn't line up on the right side of the plate. She could have woke up on the wrong side of the bed one day. You could have not been super nigga that day. Who knows? Right? There's sporadic emotions. They want you to be a savage here. They want you to be their friend here. They want you to be cool with having guy friends. They want you to be, guys, stop falling for this shit. It's your program. Continue to run it, bro. Salute to Dak. And don't fall for this bullshit. I can only imagine what went down at a bachelorette party. Bachelorette parties, guys. Stop that. That is not, stop normalizing that. Okay, if we talking about marriage and it's supposed to be holy matrimony and all this beautiful shit, okay, y'all, okay, yeah. This
honestly, when you enter into something serious like that, if it's serious to you, why are you entering in it through American status? I don't see Muslim women having bachelorette parties. I don't see women, the Muslim women having bachelorette parties, no farewell, ho, goodbye parties. I don't see that. Some of those marriages that where y'all just quietly go away and go get married, that's cool. But see, when you're rich like that, now all of a sudden, oh, there has to be a bachelor party. And oh, it has to be extravagant. Okay, well, shit. Let me tell y'all something. If she's giving you hell about the prenup, let me tell you how you fire back. Here's another shit test how you fire back. Tell her she has to fund her own bachelor party, her bachelorette party. Because why the hell are you funding it? Okay, well, you're funding your own bachelorette party. And that's that on that. Because you don't need to have one. Yeah, Ahmed would knock her teeth down her damn throat. Hell no.
The last point I'm going to make. Y'all want her to be so beautiful and pure, then let it be beautiful and pure. This is why I'm so adamant about this, is because yo, y'all have ruined this shit. And y'all acting like we the problem when we say, oh, sign a prenup or sign this NDA if you gonna ride my.
That's the thing. Men, we have the power to control, marriage and stuff like that. But no, once after that, the woman controls the woman can control the marriage. Women aren't dumb. It's like playing Battleship. It's like playing Battleship. The women aren't fucking stupid. They're like, oh, why would I get into a marriage with him and I don't have no power or I don't have no leverage. See, she gonna gaslight you and say, oh, if you love me, you would do this. If you love me, you would do that and shit like that. And it's like, nah, if you love me, you wouldn't require all of this stuff. Y'all gotta learn how to turn that shit back on them. Reverse psychology. What's the number one goofy subject you see a lot of women go to college for? Psychology.
Dick tonight, baby. Like what? We gotta protect ourselves. How you getting mad at a man for protecting himself against a system that's rigged, and then y'all got diabolical activities on y'all mind? Fuck out of here, man. Shout out to Dak. Shout out to any man that's up on game about this. Stop this bachelorette party. They just want to entertain Dick some more for the last time, and it ain't even really the last time. They'll continue to do it. Shameless. Y'all be easy.
We locked in on this shit.
All right. Oh, look, this is an admission from New. New said, and they're black pilled as shit in America. Females control marriage. Just look at dudes like slumped over shoulders. Yeah. And I mean, a woman gonna look at you pathetic when she feels that she's looking at a woman gonna look at you like you're pathetic when she feels that she's looking at a shell of the man that she thought you used to be. It don't even have to be an accurate assessment of the man that you've grown into or if you even changed. Once you give the cat the ball of yarn, the cat is no longer interested. Because it ain't about having the damn ball of yarn. It's about it's about other things. You dig? And just as much as a woman, will go on a free date with you or wherever you go or do what you say and stuff like that, like I said, if the woman likes you, it's not even if you have to even inquire if the woman likes you. The fact that you got to do that, that woman don't really like you. Don't marry a woman that will put you through that or try to gaslight you, because guess what? She's starting with the games already. We ain't even married yet and you starting with the games already. Nope. Let's go. Give me 1 second.
I got the receipts if you really want to get into it like that. You want this conversation to go that way? You want the conversation to go this way? Do you want the conversation to go this way? Real talk.
Let's just have a conversation.
You better tell him to
Let's just have a conversation.
It's gonna go bad for you. I promise you.
You better keep my out your mouth.
It's gonna go bad.
Let's just have a conversation, y'all.
It's gonna go bad for you.
Anton, let's just have a conversation.
You better tell him if he don't want to get disappointed, you better tell him to leave the room.
Let's just have a conversation, Anton. Let's just have a conversation.
Right. I'm gonna play nice, but don't keep asking me to treat these chicks with kid gloves when they not ready for the real truth. Because I got the receipts.
And this is I'm pretty sure this is Anton barking back, from some type of disrespect, because let me tell y'all something too. A man's wife too, for the because they always volunteer their husband into some goofy shit. Married women can feel like they can go around, that they can go around 24/7, talking shit and demanding shit and talking crazy to other dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna approach this dude on 5, not knowing that nigga on 12 and 11 and 10. And now you dragging your goofy ass husband into some shit that he shouldn't have to be in. Remember, you're a representation of your marriage, even when your spouse is not around. So, sometimes you can't necessarily blame Anton. And then some of these bitches be thinking that they can talk to random niggas like they talk to their husband. Or if they can't talk to their husband like that, they try to find the next person that they can talk to like that. And it don't work like that neither. And another man outside of your marriage shouldn't have to tell you that your husband honestly has to sit you down and have that conversation with you. Yeah, when you in the streets and dudes start doing this, I know how your attitude is and everything, but I need you to take a minute, take a deep breath, and react another way. You know, because women will get themselves into some bullshit. They'll write a check that they ass can't cash, and then, you know, drag their man into some bullshit. You know, so
proof about me.
All right, you guys.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Period. Don't know shit
hey,
about me.
I think we're gonna get on this.
Heard about me if he'll say.
Hey, Tawana. We're gonna end it on this.
And him seeing his woman talking to somebody else on the internet like that is crazy. But let's go.
No, we still got more shows to do.
Bro? Why we ending it? Do he want to know who his chick really is or what?
No, we're going.
Now that right there is the gossiping bitch that Anton really is. This dude got the nerve to sit on a live stream and say, "Oh, do this dude want to know who her chick really is or what?" He just said that about
no, because at that point he's not talking to her; he's talking to him.
Mika in 2026. He's saying that about Jazz in 2026. He always think he got dirt on somebody. That's why I say when you mess with a narcissist, do not tell them anything personal about you because you think they're your friend. But the moment you don't let them control you, they're going to use something personal against you that they think they know to hold you down. There's nothing they could say about you, but they want to attack you because they're hurt. A narcissist is hurt because you don't worship them. And now it's like, oh, well, I'll tell your man who you really are. And she like, motherfucker, you only heard rumors about me. I'll tell your man, I got receipts. That's why you don't deal with a narcissist. Everybody who's on those panels, especially the women on those panels, this dude is a narcissist. If you tell him anything personal, you think you guys are friends. You think he's like being cool with you. No, he's getting intel on you. He's getting receipts on you because the day you try to step out of line or the day he thinks you get out of pocket, this is how he acts. This is from 4 years ago, and he's still acting that way today. So don't once think, oh, Anton is cool with me. Oh, I'm good with Anton. I'm on this panel. We friends. He ain't nobody's friend. Narcissists don't have friends. They have assets and liabilities. They use people. That's it. And when he has enough information on you to use against you,
and then people will get mad at you when you conduct business. I'm noticing that. They'll get mad at you when you conduct business. In a certain sense, he shouldn't be your friend. He should be more like a business partner. At least when shit goes like this, they have something, there's something that they can fall, he can fall back on. Because he got a wife, but let's go.
Now he can leverage it. And now you're going to be in his pocket now. The moment you get on a live stream, like I said, that man, he knows this woman like the back of his hand. He's been with her for how long? Just like Rita probably knows Anton like the back of her hand. So who's
going on, King Picks?
Who is Anton to say, to get on a panel and to say, oh, I'll tell your man who you really are. Just like he said on the other live stream the other night. Oh, I know all the niggas you actually fucked. Anton is a narcissist who uses information against people. Y'all need to be careful with that motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, for y'all own sake, be careful. You think it's about bag chasing. You think it's about content. You think it's about success. No, it's about him stepping on your ass to get to where he's going to be. He does it, especially to women. So women on this panel, watch out.
We're going to just had a...
I don't know, barbecue. That sounds a little panderish, man. A little panderish, man.
We can't have, if we can have a conversation.
Talk about. This is what y'all. This
all right, I'm gonna be. My chick is saying be the bigger person, so I'm gonna be the bigger person.
And that right there is narcissistic gaslighting. See, he don't want nobody to call him out for what he just did. He just tried to put somebody on blast of personal information. See, a narcissist will do that. They'll punch you and then they'll say, you know what? I'm gonna play nice guy after they punch you already, because the narcissists don't want to be punched back. See, all the content coming up about Anton right now is the punch back. Everybody's hitting his ass right now, and how does the narcissist feel? See, he's not being worshipped right now. He's upset. He's crashing out on live streams because ain't nobody worshiping his ass right now. Narcissist needs worship, need to stroke that ego. Now everybody on his ass, that's the punchback, that's the kickback. But yet he'll do some shit to people and say, you know what, I'm gonna be the bigger person. I'm gonna be bigger than you. I'm gonna do this and do that. But it's already after he did some shit to harm you. Because now her man is sitting there like, what the fuck is he talking about? He got receipts on you. What the fuck is See, he already did the damage already.
That's because his woman was getting into some shit she ain't had no business getting into, and now she kind of quiet down now, if you noticed it.
That's what a narcissist does. They throw shit at you, fuck you up, and then make themselves the victim if you come back on them because they chose to be the bigger person. Oh, you gonna come back on me? Oh, I'm being the bigger person. But it's already after you started a fire. You don't start a fire and walk off and say, oh, I'm good now. No, you about to get a fire set on your ass now. That's what all this content going on right now is. It's that fire coming for his ass.
I don't care nothing
be the bigger
about
person.
what chick is saying. And don't you ever talk to me about what she's saying. Live your life, let me live mine.
All right, just know you asked for this.
I asked for you talk about me behind my back. Period. That's why my nigga came on the show. Because he know you just talk behind my back.
Hey, Chicago brother, what are your
And
thoughts?
her nigga only know what she tells him. And women love to omit. They love to omit information. And then I realized over the years, it don't even matter how much game I give y'all. Some of these guys are just goofy crash outs disguised as husbands. And you're going to crash out behind a woman that's omitting information for you, to you.
And that's that narcissistic gaslighting. See, Anton talks behind people's backs, and she already said he was saying shit on a live stream about her, talking shit about a live stream. Anton was saying his wife was checking her in comments. So Anton and them already started this shit a long time ago. They started it. Now he's saying, oh, you asked for it. That's the gaslighting part right there. You got to watch out for people like that. They will start shit with you. And when you return that fire back on them, they're going to say, oh, well, you started it. Wait a minute. Let's go to the beginning. You the one who was talking behind my back. You was the one on the live stream talking all this shit about me on the live stream. And now all of a sudden, I wanted this. I'm telling you, man, ladies, on his panel especially, watch out for dudes like this.
Hey, man, look, hey, I say this is wild. Yo, Anton, I'll never see you in that space, bro. Like, bro, don't ever. I
call it what you want.
I'm saying this, like, bro, listen. I'm saying this as a man. I'm saying this as somebody that can say I have respect for you, whether I agree with your opinions or not. Don't ever let somebody get you off your square. Don't ever let somebody get you off your square. You usually compose, and you the main one that say, lower your voice, strengthen your argument. Lower your voice, strengthen your argument, bro. Like,
you know what, Chicago? You absolutely right. You absolutely right. I'm gonna make an adjustment. You're right. I can admit when I'm off.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you see what just happened with Chicago. See, Chicago caught the narc.
Another man had to mediate, step in, and change his position. What's wrong with that?
Narcissist. He caught him. He's an Anton. First off, you let somebody get off your square.
He said, blame the man for the woman being wild. Textbook Dirty Mac and Simp shit. You gotta self-police, man.
Which is wrong because Anton actually got off his square on his own. Shout
outs to UFO Kamikaze in the building.
The one who was talking about the girl in the live stream, talking about her husband calling him a beta. This is always what he's done. So he was already off his square a long time ago. But this guy caught him in his own shit. Because he said, remember you say, lower your voice, strengthen your argument. See, that's what a narcissist will tell you, especially if they start the argument. Because they don't want to be argued back. See, Anton, he'll yell, scream, come at you, go at you, everything else. And when you come back at him, what does he do? You know what? Lower your voice, strengthen your argument. Typical narcissistic play. He wants to say women get loud, women are argumentative, but look at all of his live streams where he's going off about the black community, going off about women, going off about the kids of today, going off about anything. He is loud. He's not lowering his voice and strengthening his argument. Everything in his argument is always against what he's doing. Yet he's the one married, going out.
Some of y'all gotta think on a particular basis. Like in this specific situation, is he doing the right thing? Damn what he says, damn what he knows, damn this, that, and the third. How this particular situation is and how it's playing out, is he technically doing the right thing? All right.
And other men's wives. He's the one married saying, since I got approval to cheat, I could do what I want to do. That's not the 10th commandment, though.
And let me tell you something. In a weird, fucked up way, a guy that has approval to cheat, let's just run with that. The guy that has approval to cheat will expose some goofy shit your bitch doing. Like, first of all, what type of conversation were y'all engaging in where this man felt so comfortable to tell you that he has approval to cheat? You know?
See, I can lower my voice, strengthen my argument, and say, if you acting like a fake Christian, I'm going to use the 10th commandment on you. What is he going to do? Get mad, get loud. What's he doing right now in videos right now? He's doxing people, saying he knows where people live, talking shit about people's men being by refrigerators.
Well, he been doxed.
Acting like he knows who all these women are sleeping with, saying he's got dirt on everybody. See, Anton is a true narcissist to the core. You get his man an inch, he'll take a mile and run with it. The moment you defend yourself, you're in the wrong and you're claimed to have knocked him off his square when he's the one that started the shit the whole time. Okay, this is a really crazy, nice camera. Look at it. This thing, like I said, it goes in and out all the time.
You got to turn off
this
the focus
it's doing
feature.
all of this on his own. Like it moves around and everything like that.
You got to turn off the focus feature. The camera's not focused on him other than his movements, and he didn't calibrate it because it's trying to do the depth of field and zoom feature, and it's not really working.
Yeah, but like I said, user error. I'm going to figure out how to use this camera one day. I'm going to figure it out, but I appreciate you guys just rocking with me on these videos. Now, in this next clip of the video, Anton is trying to argue that all women are replaceable. Men aren't, but all women are replaceable. The same thing he talks about now. This video is from 2 years ago, but it's the same thing he talks about now, how he could just replace a bitch. All women are replaceable. But yet he's with Rita, right? So why hasn't he replaced her yet if all women are replaceable? But maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he is replacing Rita by doing all the shit he's doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. He's replacing Rita while he's got a daughter watching all of this shit.
Bro,
why are you?
Who says his daughter is watching all of this? She might end up seeing it, but it doesn't mean that she's necessarily watching all of it.
You chasing her when you can have all of them if you wanted to?
King Pick says, hold on, let me catch up on y'all comments real quick. Did you see the info of the ship I was on? Shout outs to Chris G. Shaka said, it's not cheating if it's approved. You had to get permission. King Pick says, Kuda, better believe if you have the ability to cheat, a woman is getting some side dick as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's always a factor. But, you know, some women, they don't, you know, some women sex ain't the thing for them. You know, some women are really weird like that, you know, but for sure, you know, you dig? All right.
Answer that. Certain women, because like I said on...
Yeah, I've seen the Ozbot cameras before. They take up a lot of real estate on the desk, though.
On other shows, it's the intrinsic value of the woman. It's not how cute she is.
Man, if you're listening to Mr. Let Ho, you're cooked. That nigga been stealing from the space all the whole time. He done picked up all of our talking points and put them shits in trading cards. And now he, you know. I can only imagine how much of my intellectual property is put in some of them trading cards, man.
That's what they talking about. He chews with his mouth on all this stupid shit. I always say women are children. So women are always going to say dumb shit. I don't like this. That's what children do. But as men, it's about the intrinsic value of a woman. Certain women are irreplaceable, and you turn around.
No, they all are replaceable.
I'm almost done. So you turn around and deal with one woman. She makes you feel a certain kind of way. The next woman ain't gonna make you feel that certain kind of way. She might be fine or pretty or whatever, but that one woman is not gonna do it for you intrinsically.
Okay, so if she at 40, if she fucking acting up, trade her in for 220s. Who cares? The point is that
Anton thinks he's so funny, but he's not. Oh, if she's 40, just trade her in for 220s. See, Anton believes that women are interchangeable, but that men are.
I might be thinking of another company.
Not. Anton is easily replaceable. The women who he deals with, normally he has to purchase time with them. They don't spend time with Anton because he's a good looking guy. They don't spend it because he has a great personality. They spend it because they're going to get money out of the deal. And with that money, they're going to go pay one of their bills. See, Anton has to pay for attention, has to pay for pussy. That's why he's okay with having interchangeable women. His wife is not everything he wants. Guaranteed she's not everything he wants. If she was, wouldn't he be with her more? Wouldn't she be the only one? Anton is not satisfied with the woman he settled for. He settled down. In his brain, he settled down. And he's thinking, okay, I got a woman that I can't call gorgeous like how I call all these other women gorgeous. I got a daughter that I don't call gorgeous. And that to me is an insult. For you not to call your own daughter beautiful every day, to make her feel beautiful every day, is a failure as a father. The first thing you should do when you wake up.
Boy, I'm not going to be talking about sexual options and then try to throw in that my daughter is gorgeous. That's why are black people like this, man? And Rita is actually a fairly attractive woman. I've seen some of y'all wives. Yeah, that shit crazy works. Like, why would you include your daughter in your sexual? You're talking about your sexual options. You just gonna randomly include your daughter's beauty into your sexual? Like, what are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. Shout outs to Party, man. Man, Party, always the voice of reason, man. What are you talking about? Oh man, Mika's sexy. My wife is sexy. My daughter's sexy too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, tell your daughter she's beautiful every day. Like, what are you talking about, man? Shout outs to Bronze Flat Power guys. Shout outs to Party in the building. Shout outs to the Real Player Talk alumni. This is funny.
It's called them beautiful. I don't care if your daughter has one eye, she's missing teeth, she's got a cleft lip, her ears don't exist, or whatever the hell. You call your daughter beautiful every single day. If there's anybody on this planet that should make a daughter feel beautiful.
Now it goes into, you need to handle your marriage like this, and you need to tell your daughter that, and you need to handle this like this. Like, people are just telling you what to do.
It should be her father. And you've never heard Anton call her beautiful, ever. He always says she's nice.
You don't need to do that. He can tell her personally.
Caring. But he talks about all these other women, these interchangeable women. Like we all, oh man, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. I'm always with a baddie. I travel with a baddie. I exchange baddies. I just get another bitch. I got money. I could do this. I could do that. Anton's he living
Party.
in the fantasy land. He got that settlement and he lost all sense of morality. He married someone that he's not even in love with. He cares for her, yeah. He wants to be with her because it allows him to do whatever he wants to do, yeah. But he don't want to be with her. That's why he says women are interchangeable.
Point is that they all replaceable. There is not a woman on this fucking earth that is not replaceable, and that's a fact.
That's not true.
No. Listen, there is not a woman on this earth, not one, that is not replaceable. I don't know what y'all smoking.
A good woman,
Hey,
first
man,
of all, and a
man,
good
man,
woman.
no.
You know that. Come on now.
There ain't a man on or woman on this planet ain't replaceable. Because the minute, if you got money, if you a man and you got bread, the minute that money's gone, she gonna go find somebody else. Everybody's replaceable. Everybody can be substituted.
No. See, you wrong. You wrong.
Gone, she should leave.
No, she not. No, she not.
Let
me
a
tell
lot of bald dudes on the panel.
you something.
Hold
Let
on,
me tell
anytime before you go, can I quickly just say, like,
What is y'all smoking today? Are y'all all high on edibles?
No,
Who raised you?
You sound like you
Who
smoking,
raised
bro.
y'all?
And now the narcissist is wigging out because everybody don't agree with him. Everybody's not worshiping his word. So he's like, what are y'all high? Y'all smoking? Y'all not listening to me? And one guy had it right. He says, hey man, a woman to be with you as long as you got money, but then she can leave and find another man with money. Anton hates that thought because he thinks women will be with him.
Y'all ain't used to this. Y'all ain't used to the honesty. That's the problem.
Him no matter what because of who he is. He was with Rita claiming, oh, my wife was with me, you know, when I still lived in a basement at my mom's house, whatever. Sorry, but Rita's not a dime. And I'm not saying that shit to be mean. Rita's not a dime. She was probably happy just to have a man. She ended up with you. Out of all the men possible, she ended up with you. What did that say about her? Think about it. And you didn't have the settlement yet. She could have did way better than you. But again, look at Rita. She's not a dime. She's not like a Mika level who can even look at you with money and tell you, ain't no way in hell I'd fuck with you.
That's crazy. That this is the assumption that he made on that man's wife after saying all of that before. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? You said I have some insider info. Anton used to get all the honeys and he used to run the streets of Detroit. Bro, I don't even give a damn if that's true or not. This shit is just funny, man. You know. Shout outs to Anton. Everything should swing in his favor, you know, this week at least.
Toxic, no. See, Mika can say that because she's got options. Rita don't have a lot of options. She has some.
That's not true. That's not true. You and Rita don't know how much options she got unless she really put herself back out there on the dating market. There's a market for women like Rita. Rita's fairly attractive. And shit, I mean, when you're rich, you still look better, you know. Somebody will put Rita in Chanel if she ain't already in it.
But are they going to have money like you? They might, but they might not, you know, be as like profound, maybe, as far as the internet goes, as far as your personality goes. And Rita probably loves it because it keeps you out of her face and she can spend money and live her life and you ain't got to be around her. That's about all Rita's probably happy about. I'm glad he's finding other people to entertain him because I can't stand this bipolar, multi-personality, narcissistic ass. Please go find some other girl to hang out with. And Anton, of course.
Yeah, and I agree with that, UFO Kamikaze. You got to be careful. Even to save your marriage, you can't be cool with lames because, man, it's expensive to be a simp and a cuck these days, man.
Don't like the fact that everybody's disagreeing with him. No, y'all guys are smoking. You guys are high. He can't take the truth. He's one of them guys who lives in a fantasy land and cannot take the logical truth.
You the one that's the issue here, bro.
Hey, yo, listen.
Who raised y'all? I'm the issue?
Yes.
I'll tell you right now. If you thought
Did you buy your wife?
if you thought your wife was replaceable, you would have been married.
Hold on, Precious. What, ask him that question again.
I asked if he bought his wife. Like, what show was she on?
Is she
Okay, so let me. Okay, before I tell you how much I paid
She's
for
not a
her,
fucking person.
because I am into buying humans. So before I tell you,
Now you heard what he said, right? He said, I am into buying humans. Sounds like trafficking to me.
Oh man, y'all can't take a joke, man. Bro, party. See. This is why you gotta talk to real brothers that got game and that's married and doing their own thing. Party in his right mind. Party in his right mind. Why is he talking about Rita like that? It be other married dudes that be checking for your lady, bro. Absolutely correct, party. To ask that question, absolutely 1,000% correct. It's like, yo, why you talking about my lady like that? Oh, he already checked her out. How he know she can't get this, that, and the third? How you know she can't get that? How is he? What I'm saying, and party, you already know. How is he so sure my woman can't get that? And these are the people that want you to listen to them. Yeah, that is true. That is true, party. Real talk.
See, anybody who's willing to give you money just to have power over you is a weak person by nature. See, a strong person, they'll just have you around because your mentality.
That shit is mind-boggling because, you know, Chris G said party, man. Yeah, shout outs to party in the building, man, as always. Let me tell y'all something, man. The shit is mind-boggling because, you know, you gotta put yourself in the same theater mind of these niggas. Like what theater of mind these niggas are in. And it's like, I'm not saying you gotta force yourself to think that way, but it's like, bro, somebody thinking that way is not in their right mind. Or it can complement the mind that you have that you probably neglecting entertaining shit like this. Real talk. Tech Rel said, can you replace your mother? Some people might feel that way. Foster parent. Let me stop. But yeah. You said, bro, everybody's putting 2 cents. Yeah, exactly. And these are some counterfeit coins, man.
Your charisma, your charm, something like that. But when you got people like Anton out there, he don't have any of those things. So he has to use money in order to acquire leverage over people, which is why he says, I am into buying humans.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like, you know, there is no, you know.
So I'm assuming that your husband got you locked and key, right?
No.
He don't got you locked and key?
I don't have a husband.
Oh, really?
Really?
So how is a single woman gonna teach me or gonna ask me if I bought my wife?
Now you see that level of arrogance. He's saying
that's not a level of arrogance. That's him talking about he trailblazed some shit she hasn't even factored it in. Half these women can't tell you shit about women because they've never dated women as a man. And they don't respect that you can come from a position that you can tell them about themselves and they might have to listen because it's true.
As a single woman.
Y'all hit the like button, support the show, y'all. Damn. All this good game. Come on in. Hit the like button. Let's get it.
Gonna tell me if I bought my wife. See, Anton thinks marriage is the key to everything. People get divorced every day. The divorce rate is over 50% now. Don't think just because you're married, it means you're the upper echelon of society. You have a fucked up marriage, Anton. I'll be the first to say it. Ain't no wife I know out there gonna allow her husband to pull the shit you pull and they call it a great marriage. She tolerates your ass for the money. Guaranteed if you were fucking broke, Rita would not be sitting around you. I can guarantee that.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. And that's because I've encountered women like Rita. I don't think that's true.
I say, well, she was with me a long time ago and I was broke. Well, times have changed. It's 2026 now. She's probably got a little fame up under her belt now. It's probably some of your simps on your channel will be like, hey, Rita, I'll take care of you, Rita. If you leave Anton, I'll take care of you, Rita. You got simps on your channel probably pitting for your wife right now because they think she's probably hot shit because, I mean, they're on your channel, probably a bunch of incels and shit. And yet you're going to say...
So you got a lot of... Even the old heads are coming in here using our terminology and be damn near wrong, man.
Because this woman is single, she don't have a right to ask you if you bought your wife. That shit to me don't make no sense. I don't know who this dude even thinks he is, as if he's the cream in a crop and he can shit and ask questions, and if somebody asks him a question to criticize him, oh, he puts them in check. Oh, well, you can't ask me that because you're not married like me. That's like somebody without kids calling CPS on me because I'm beating the shit out of my kid in the parking lot. Somebody without kids can clearly say, you're not a great father if you beating the shit out of your kid in the parking lot. I don't have to have kids to know that. Just like a woman don't have to be married to know you got a fucked up marriage, Anton.
I'm asking you a question. You can answer it or you can come back
My
with,
chick been down for me. My chick was down for me when I was broke and I was living in my mama's basement.
Okay, so you didn't buy her. That's all you had to say. You didn't buy her.
That's
I
all
just
you
asked
have
the
to say, bro.
question.
No,
Oh, so, but why are you talking? It be young women looking like grandmas. Why are you talking though? Always some woman talking out of turn. Look, let's go.
Hold on, Mr. Let Go. Why are you protecting?
Wow. Did you see that narcissistic flip right there? Everybody, including anybody on the panel, was like, bro, she just asked you a question. If you didn't buy your wife, if she was with you when you was broke, all you had to say was, no, I didn't buy my wife. But because somebody stepped up and said, bro, that's all you had to say, he changed the whole conversation against from him not being straight up to saying, why you protecting that woman, bro? He's starting a whole new fight. See, he lost that. And instead of him just taking the L, he starts a new fight that he thinks he can win. Why you protecting her, bro? See, that's what narcissists do. They can't take a loss. They cannot apologize. They cannot take an L. If you're beating them, they're going to gaslight you out of that into a new argument. A whole new argument has nothing to do with the question that was asked. Did you buy your wife? All he had to say was, no, she been with me since I was broke. And it would have been done. Instead, what was it? How you single, trying to ask a married man about how you trying to put her down. That's what the narcissist try to put her down first. Knock her down a few notches to make her seem like you can't even ask me that. And then when the guy says, bro, she was right, she just asked you an honest question. Now he's trying to knock him down. Why you defending her, bro? Why you blocking for her, bro? See, he cannot take an L. Anybody who's going to get on a panel with this dude has to realize the life you will be involving yourself with when you start fucking with these narcissists out there. This dude is textbook.
If she's old enough and brave enough to open her mouth, then she's old enough and brave enough to get this work, right?
Thanks.
Okay, cool. So let her cook. Is that another one of your students that you're trying to protect or something?
No.
Okay, cool. So you're not under the Mr. Let Go tutelage. All right, cool. So
you know.
So now, you got any more questions before we get there?
No, I just wanted to know the history behind that, and you explained it.
So let me ask you a question. Why are you not married yet?
No one has married me yet.
You haven't had a proposal?
Oh, wait, you went out a little bit. What'd you say?
I said you haven't had a proposal yet?
I have.
Why didn't you accept?
We weren't compatible.
Shout outs to everybody here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. Please support the show. Please hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. 2 hours and 11 minutes into the madness. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go.
But you dated him to the point to where he actually asked you to marry him.
And you accepted the ring.
I did.
So you were dating him up to the point to where he asked you to marry him, but you weren't compatible. So you didn't realize that before you continued the dating process.
Why did you accept
You can be compatible with someone in friendship, but not compatible with them for a lifetime.
Bam. And she cooked both of their ass with that.
And let me tell you something, respectfully, because I don't know the brother, but when you see these brothers get on live stream with these feisty women, you know, acting like they're the mouthpiece for them, these brothers get cursed out way quicker than everybody else. These niggas get cursed out so fast. These niggas get cursed out so fast.
You could be compatible in friendship, but not compatible for a lifetime together in a romantic sense. I am that way with both my sons' moms. We are friends. We have no issue. We text each other. We laugh. We joke around each other's social media. We are very compatible when it comes to being friends and having these kids and raising these kids together. But romantically, we were on two different planes. They were on something else. I was on something else. Not everybody has to be, just because you got engaged or just because you got married means that's yours for the rest of life. People change over time. And because you can get engaged to somebody, you may be engaged with them 2 or 3 years. You may find out something you don't like they probably made out with a coworker at work. You might not like that they kiss somebody at work. You might say, damn, now I got to worry about you fucking with people at work now. When we got engaged, you wasn't making out with people at work. It might be you got engaged, they were hard working. 2, 3 years later, they have no motivation to work. They gonna think you gonna take care of their ass for the rest of your life while they sit at home and play video games. She cooked their ass. Anybody in their right mind knows just because you are with somebody and you might get engaged with somebody don't mean you have to marry that person. If
There's actually a lot of people in here right now. Hit the like button, please. Support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
If you do, you will be locking yourself into a lot of problems, and a divorce will be way more costly than that little marriage certificate. Divorces cost money. Marriages don't cost shit. Make sure you spend your money wisely. If this is not the person to marry, don't marry him. This woman, I like the way she thinks. She's a very logical thinker. These two guys, very chauvinistic. Oh, well, if a man ain't gonna marry you, that means you're not a good woman. There are a lot of good men out there that don't want to marry a woman, even if it is a good woman, because some people are better at friendship. And that don't mean they may not do something. It just might mean they don't want to be locked into a marriage, potentially getting a divorce over something that might come up down the road because they didn't know this person as much as they thought they did. I like the way she thinks.
You accepted the ring, though.
So wait, Mr.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You have to date in order to.
Shout outs to everybody hitting the QR codes. I appreciate you. Let's get it.
To find out things about people. That's usually the
Y'all
process.
got engaged.
Mr. Lego, you protecting her.
Yeah, we did get engaged.
So you
But
did
some
get
people
engaged.
get engaged in the
Yeah, shout outs to Party. You know, we played Party Man on the show a couple of times because we were talking about Jack Nicholson's Joker on Batman. And yeah, Party Man is a dope ass song. It's actually a dope ass song by itself, you know. But I like the scene from Batman. It always reminds me of that. 'Cause I grew up seeing it. So
get married and then realize it's not the right thing for them. They get divorced. I don't want to get divorced.
Ooh, we on
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35.
We on
So-
the same time.
So let me
You on
ask you a
something.
question. At 35, you think that your best years are ahead of you or behind you?
Okay, before she answers that.
Oh my God, he gonna make sure he answers it for her. This is a manosphere line of questioning. Like I said, our talking points have been bastardized so much times. It's crazy, man. But let's go.
See, he said at 35, do you think your best years are before you or after you? So in my opinion, I had a lot of good years when I was younger, but a lot of volatile years. My best years are my years of peace. Those
You're also a man.
Bust all in there.
You're a man.
will be my best years. My years of chaos were not my best years. I don't give a damn if I had a very athletic body when I was in the 20s on scholarship, running track and playing football. Those were not my best years. Those were chaotic. I didn't know how to handle the Corvette that I had. Now I'm a very good driver. I can handle the life I have right now. I know exactly how to maintain peace. I know how to distinguish between somebody who has constructive criticism and destructive criticism. I can know who's around me as a true friend or who's a foe. I know a lot more now. So my best years is, I believe, at 52. My best years are yet to come. I'm always building, always creating, always doing something. I had some really good years.
Oh my God. Why do dudes do this? Why do you compare yourself to women? Yeah, this is crazy. And I don't know the brother. He seemed like a cool, funny dude, but god damn. But mind you, a lot of this stuff is based off the fact that they don't like Anton.
Some good years. But I could be a good grandfather, a really great grandfather if I had grandkids. I could teach my grandkids how to do the things that I couldn't finish. And they might end up completing them. They may become nuclear physicists or mechanical engineers. I don't know yet. My best years are still ahead of me. For people like Anton, he peaked in fucking high school. Dudes like that, they don't ever make it nowhere. They think their best years are determined by how many chicks they got around them. My best years are determined by the influence I have on the people around me. How far we can get this when I die, will my soul continue going in order to make...
Let me wait for Party. Party says, nah, it's pop culture now. So you're gonna be sick at how much further bastardized the points will be. Yeah. Party said it's time for reform because when it exhausts itself, these people are going to need a place to go that's more in the middle. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're going to have to try to find mid-ground with what they didn't understand and what they were using and what the results it actually yielded them. That's some real shit. %.
If that happened, I gotta have a good soul, a righteous soul, a soul to put into my kids and my grandkids, into their friends, into my neighbors. I got a lot of work to do. My best years are still ahead of me. Until I'm done, I ain't done.
My best years are behind me.
Damn.
And so,
well, at least
I'm
not gonna listen. From an image and a youth and body point of view, at least she knows that, but it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I'm in my fucked up years, and listen, as long as you live and you in your best years, let's go.
Are you looking for a man based off of compatibility or a man based off of his ability to buy you?
A man doesn't need to buy me.
Buy you?
You sure?
Yes, I've been trying to be on your side.
What the fuck? Hold on. You sure?
I know what he's saying. He ain't
I'm
using
sure.
the word, but I know what he's saying.
I'm sure.
Can you elaborate? Because I don't understand.
Hold on. Okay, so here's
Yeah, look at the simply chick at the bottom making those goofy ass eyes, bro. All these broads do the same thing. Once you've experienced the whole spectrum and range of emotions they go through, it's like, oh, this is a piece of cake. I can actually control you.
Here's the thing. What's at the top of the list as far as what it is that you're looking for in a man?
Provision, protection.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, what the fuck are we talking about? Provision is money.
So he doesn't have to buy me.
That's just the term
If you're with someone, if you're with someone, are you, like I said, did you have to buy your wife? No.
And he said he didn't have to buy his wife, and then turns around and asks you the same damn question.
But I know y'all know what he's saying though.
And Mr. Let Ho don't know what side he wants to be on. He just runs with the conversation. So go where your fruit is fruitful.
Look, words mean something. She asked this man, "Did you buy your wife?" And Anton got he got like, I'm gonna say he got upset, but he was like, "Wait, what?" And then he turns around and asks her the same thing, and then jumps off the camera. She literally just asked the same thing he asked her.
Because I've already seen this video, I'm gonna come to her defense. You're gonna see exactly what she says she thought provision meant. See, they say provision means money. She think provision.
But you're doing the same thing by assuming. Where the let me tell y'all something. This is where the Derek Jacksons and the Ace metaphors. This is where they kind of fall off when it comes to women. They will go deep into detail, but they will explain it logically like a man. And every other part of it will make sense. But a woman will be like, no, it's about my feelings and stuff like that. And if you explaining it logically as a man, she's gonna be like, somewhat. But yeah, I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Because women don't logically sort out their feelings. They emotionally sort out their feelings. That's what builds emotional real estate with them, not logic. Women don't think about using logic to explain their feelings. Logic can explain their feelings to them so they can somewhat understand what they're feeling, but it doesn't move them forward because how they feel moves them forward. They don't look at logic as a transportation. They look at logic, and this is the stuff that I was telling Ebo Sosa. Like, a lot of people won't understand about psychology. They look at logic as an explainer, not necessarily a relief. Understanding is not necessarily a relief for most people. Relief is feeling a different way or feeling a way to help them understand that. Logic can only explain it, and it does no good because it doesn't fix the condition in their mind. So this is why they like the idea of the Derek Jacksons, the Ace Metaphors, and the Simps and stuff like that. But the Simps, where they fall short is that they're still explaining it like men. The same way with the number crunchers, like Medium Man or Whole Math and stuff like that. They got all of these numbers, and it's like, bro, none of that shit really matters. It really don't. The percentage of women that don't take men out on dates for a foodie call really don't matter. The numbers that do matter is how much women are you approaching? What are you saying? How much times you said it? Are you good at saying it? Where is it getting the conversation? Is the conversation leading to other places? Is the other places that the conversation is leading to a romantic relationship or just to bedroom action? Like, come on now.
Vision means having a vision. Having, what are we going to do with our life? What are we going to do with our future? Having a plan. That's what she's thinking this whole time. This whole argument's been happening. She's thinking it's about vision, having a future vision, vision, a future vision. They're thinking of money. This is why the communication breaks down. They don't know that they're not even on the same page yet. They haven't slowed down. They just jumped on her real quick without asking her.
I just said they can't be that dense. They buying women and they ain't even married. They buying women they ain't even married to. Probably not even talking to, for sure.
What do you mean by provision? Explain. Give us more detail. When they say words, each word has a different meaning. She thought the word meant something else than what they knew the word to mean. That's why they had a big disagreement. You got to understand, like I said, at 52 years old, there's a lot of things now that I've learned. Attention to detail. I'm a bachelor's degree accountant. I know that detail means everything. If you ask...
I could tell he was in finance. I don't know. The glasses is a giveaway.
Somebody a surface question, always ask, what do you mean? WDYM. I used to have a motorcycle, and on my license plate it said WDYM because that's what I used to ask people all the time. Well, what do you mean? Because I need to get down to the basic compound. My truck was WDYM too. My bike was WDYM. It stood for what do you mean? Because I was always about that detail. Know you're saying words. Tell me what do you mean before I answer you. Because this is what happens when you don't know what a person means.
What are you talking about? Words mean something.
Hold on,
I don't disagree that words mean something. I know what but the minute he said that, I knew exactly what he was implying.
If he can't, if it's not important for her to buy him, then why is she looking for provision?
Because well, maybe what is your definition?
These women will be well up there in age, and they're still guesstimating instead of a complete structured answer. And listen, fellas, you can't. This is why I tell y'all, you got to be, red pilled and black pilled. What's going on, Ghost Man King? Because the thing is that you gotta understand how women are. You can't expect a woman to get rid of or sort out her emotions and stuff like that. That's how they connect to things. That's their quote unquote love language. That's how they respond to things. That's how they go about doing things and stuff like that. They emotionally connect to certain things. Women be taught. I'm not even gonna lie. Low key, logically, if you want me to explain it, women are at the mercy of their emotions. It's damn near torturesome to them. You know, they be at the mercy of their emotions.
Of provision in time.
No. If it's not important for him to buy you and he can't buy you, then why is provision at the top of the list? Why it ain't kindness? Why it ain't niceness? Why it ain't his ability to still have kids? How come it ain't about his mama? How come it ain't about? How come?
He said, "I respect the trick more than a simp. At least the trick accepts the reality of his situation."
Provision was the number one thing that I already knew that you was gonna say before you say it.
Provision to me means a vision. Being under a man who has a vision and can support.
No, provision does not mean a vision.
This woman is slow. And we can see where her vision is at. Them some big ass glasses. God damn. God damn. She got 2 flat screen televisions in front of her. Them lenses are thick, baby.
Vision mean vision. Provision mean provision.
And that right there. Now that he knows that she thinks vision means provision, a future vision about life, about kids, about where they're going to live, things like that. That's what she's thinking about. Do you have a plan? Do you have a vision? Instead of him changing and going, oh, okay, so that's what you mean. No, he kept hammering on her because of what he means, because he wanted to be so right about it. He wanted to be so right about a man has to buy you. He just said what she thought provision meant. She didn't say money. How he's going to have money, how he's going to buy me, how he's going to take care of me. No, she was talking about how is our future going to look.
Honestly, I hate to say this, ladies, but somewhat you are kind of, you know, in a position as a kid, you know, with your man. You know, your man is your president, you know, to tell you the truth. And like I said, somewhat you're in a position of a kid when it comes to a man, because it's up to him. You know, you lead it up to him. So that's why you gotta be good at choosing men and you know, guys that you know that can handle certain things and do certain things the way that you like them to, so that you don't have to second guess and keep reassuring. Because you know, the way he's gonna go about it is gonna be the way he goes about it. And if you're not okay with that, then you wasting your time. If you're gonna keep nagging and bickering with him about how he's doing something, you just gotta know that he's gonna lead you into the right, you know, lead you right. And even when he's wrong, he can rectify it and he's good. He's right. He always, you know, men have wits too now. Let's get it
together. What kind of vision do you have for us? See, a narcissist has to be right. Instead of him stopping and realizing and being aware that, oh, we're not meeting on the same bridge. You're on the east, on the west bridge. So now that I see what you think provision means, now I understand. You don't think a man has to buy you as long as he has a future idea of where he sees you to. That's what you mean. Yes, that's what I mean. There you go.
2 different words.
Provision means vision and pro means in the future. Provision.
No.
Okay, watch this.
Jesus.
Yeah, I had to end the video there because he didn't really say shit.
You had to end the video there because she said something stupid. That's why she said something stupid. That's why you ended the video. And you're gonna have to stack on to what she just said, because you oh geez.
He was just pulling some more narcissistic gaslighting shit like that, trying to, you know, make people believe that he's still right, even after she confirmed that she didn't think that provisions was money, but more or less a vision for the future. He was still hammering on her. To me, Anton is like that. For people out there who are getting on my case and getting on Freeze, your House of Hypocrites, or anybody else out there doing videos about Anton, you don't know this is what this guy does. What you see us doing is what he does. So if he can't take the criticism, maybe he should get.
How does that make y'all any better? What he doing is what we doing, so we just like Anton.
What? His ass off the internet. If you can't take the criticism, maybe you should not watch our videos, because we are going to criticize his ass for everything he's done to everybody who's been on this channel, even for people who haven't been on this channel.
I know you guys have personal dealings with him. That's why you have the incentive to do what you're doing right now, man.
If you cannot see us as for doing what we do as something that he's been doing, then you're blind. You're ignorant to the facts. This dude has been hammering on people for how long? He's been 180 degrees. And now you want to sit up on our videos and, man, a black man trying to hold another black man down. Black man
you wanted to inherit a different audience or get some type of recognition or a crowd from it. So that's what they're going to do.
To talk down on black. Nah. We're giving his ass the same energy that he's brought to the internet, and y'all don't like that shit.
Is this damn software recording right now? I can't even tell what the hell's going on. All I know is I'm sick of shit of people messing with me on the internet. I'm about to come outside and make me a damn video. I'm sick of these motherfuckers talking about me. Detroit about to stand up. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby?
This is Marcus Murray, no relationship to Keith. See, Keith had the A in this name. This Murray.
All right. Shout out to this brother. All right, man. We are 2 hours and 33 seconds in. We're going to come back and do another show. I'm going to end the show right there real quick, because we definitely need y'all support. I'm going to, I'll come back. I got to go, go get some water and get prepared for the next show. I got y'all. I'm going to split what I had for today's show into two. Shout outs to everybody here. Good morning to everybody. Good afternoon. Oh, shit. Well, it's morning to me. My bad. Good afternoon to everybody here. My bad. I don't know why I removed the chat. What am I doing? All right, there we go. But yeah, man, please hit the like button. Please support the show on air, off air. Let's at least try to get 2 supporters before I get back on air. It's Player Talk Radio. I'm your gracious host. If you enjoy the show, please support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Peace.